Yo, what's up? It's YT. Wake 'em up. Back at it again with another video. Right now, we're about to talk about the cost of living crisis that's going down in the economy. A lot of people are struggling. They can't sustain. Things are hitting the fan, and people are talking about it. A lot of people feeling it. We're going to see what everybody is talking about and what everybody is going through because everybody struggle different. So we're just going to see what's going on from a world perspective. We're going to sit back, relax, and just listen to people rant at this point about it, right? We're living through the silent depression, but it's not that much silent no more. It's more so vocal because people talking about it, right? But with that said, y'all know how we do. Thumbs up this video, smash the subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel, and drop a comment at any time what you think about what's going on. Tell me how you feel about it. With that being said, let's go.
Does anyone else feel like they're absolutely fucking drowning financially? As a single 29-year-old woman, I have 3 jobs. And I'm still fucking struggling. And I'm just getting myself farther and farther into credit card debt because I don't have enough after the first of the month.
3 jobs is crazy. 2 is crazy. But 3, that's even worse. I know she's stressed out going through it. I don't know how you do it for real. That means she literally don't got no life. And 3 jobs not being enough. It's wild out here, y'all. It's real wild out here. I remember 1 job was enough. Sometimes people will have 2. But 3, that just shows you that people have to develop a high income skill so that they can make what they would make in a week, in a day, or a couple days. See what I'm saying? Or just so they have an additional stream of income outside of work income. Because he who controls your income controls your life. So you want to be in control, the best of your abilities. But if with 3 jobs, she still can't sustain herself, she's not going to be able to really invest into anything either. So it's just like she's stuck in the matrix right now. It's bad. I'm not going to lie.
To avoid using it. It just isn't working. Full-time job. Not doing it. Got a 2nd job. It's barely doing it. The 3rd job. Hit or miss. If I even get paid on time. I feel like I'm drowning and I don't know what to do. I don't know if any industry is doing well right now. I used to be a server. I used to have all this cash every night whenever I would walk out with cash. And I don't have that anymore. And I don't even know if they're doing okay.
Oh yeah, servers used to make good money, like good tips. But do people even got money to leave good tips anymore? I don't know. She said one of her jobs is hit or miss, she said, about them even giving her a paycheck on time. She need to do something about that. These jobs is taking advantage of people for real. I'm not gonna lie, they either not calling people back, they not paying them on time. They're saying like the average person is getting treated worse than ever. Like they're not being treated fairly in the workforce. It's a lot going on.
Right now. Like, I have seriously considered quitting my full-time good job to go back to serving. Because at least I can just like use my personality and try to get more money than minimum wage or what an entry-level job pays people nowadays. It's fucking sick. Try to call my mom. She didn't answer. Snapchat my friends about this because I just needed a vent, but I just feel like I'm drowning. It's like, okay, do I just find a boyfriend so I can split everything with him? Like, sorry, like, I'm too stubborn and I just want what I want. And I just can't do that or be that way. So yeah, friends, I might say no to your weddings. I might say, and I have said no to bachelorette parties, and I just can't. I just fucking can't. But is it anyone else? Or am I just a dumb bitch with money? Because I used to not be. My credit used to be fucking phenomenal. Credit card bill, paid it all off every single time. It's not like that. It can't be like that anymore.
That's the thing too. Credit card debt is at an all-time high right now. So, I mean, she shouldn't really feel bad, but at the same time, that just shows the state that the economy is in right now. It's like a certain amount of $1 trillion. I don't want to say the wrong number, but it's a certain amount of $1 trillion with a T. The country has never been in this much debt. I know the country within itself is 32 trillion in debt. So that just shows right there the government is on the verge of collapse every couple of months. It's bad.
Oh my God, this is so long. And do I know it's fucked up? I know it's fucked up. Okay. All right. This feels a little bit better. Feels a little bit better already, I'm not gonna lie. Just want to know if anyone else is like me right now, or if I'm just like the dumb bitch.
She said it feels a little better. She pretty much just need to get that out. She just need to vent. Nobody hit her back. So she just had to talk to the camera. I feel it. I feel it. Get it out. But what I'm gonna just say about this is just inflation. It's not hyperinflation. Once hyperinflation come, it's gonna be a lot of more. I can't say it on this channel, but it's gonna be a lot more people offing themselves for real. I'm not gonna lie. This is what happens every time it's an economic downturn. A lot of people lose everything. Other people gain everything. Right? A lot of people get rich and become first-time millionaires, and a lot of people lose everything and they go from living middle class or, being the upper echelon to living in poverty. It is what it is. You just got to pay attention to the cycles, But it's pretty bad right now. Inflation going dumb due to all of that stimulus that was printed, trillions of dollars being given out. You should have knew it's going to be something behind that. They're not just giving out money. It's finna mess the economy. So this is what we're dealing with right now.
This country is literally destroying the middle class. Like, do we even have a middle class anymore? Or is it just like the haves and the have-nots? Because the haves are really, they're having, and the have-nots are really struggling. And I'm getting so stinking frustrated because I don't know how much more I can help my adult kids. And don't come at me and saying, oh, well, they stop eating avocado and toast in Starbucks. They don't work hard enough. Get fucked, first of all, because I can tell you that my oldest daughter was working 6 days a week, 12-hour days, while pregnant, to try to do what's best for her family. They lived in a 2-bedroom trailer that they were renting that was literally falling apart at the seams. And so she wanted something better for her family because she was pregnant with her second child. So she's busting her butt, working her ass off. Now, of course, her husband couldn't work because they couldn't afford daycare. That's a whole nother story. So they...
Right. Daycare is like $2,500 a month right now for one kid, I believe. So it's more than your mortgage. So people can't afford that. I get it. So her husband got to be a stay-at-home dad. I get it. Now they living off one income. It's a lot of people, you know what I mean? It's like that right now. You got stay-at-home dads or stay-at-home moms. It's a lot of stay-at-home dads right now. It is what it is. But you can't afford daycare. You can't afford daycare.
decided that he'd be the one to stay at home because she had the better job. So here she is working 6 days a week, 12-hour days, while pregnant, to try to save as much as they possibly can to get this home. So they finally purchased this home, and just for reference, their home was $220,000. That looks one of the cheapest ones they can find to fit their needs. And they pay $1,800 a month. Now, some of you are going to come at me and be like, $1,800, that's a steal, right? We're in Alabama. Yes, that's a steal in New York. So, like, stick with the story here. What I was trying to say is that $1,800 a month. My mortgage, I got a house for $220,000 as well back in 2014 before the housing market went butt up. My mortgage is only $1,100 a month because my interest rate was so much better. So here she is already paying $600 more a month for the same mortgage. So I was like, God. But here she is. She's working it. She's busting it. She gets in this house. She's so excited. I'm excited for her. She's still working her butt off 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. And then she goes and delivers a full human and only takes 2 days off from work after delivering her baby because she can't afford not to. And she's still pushing through. She's like, all right, I got this. I'll do what I got to do. So I went to her house. I was helping with the grandbabies. I love my grandbabies to death, and I help wherever I can. But my husband and I are both retired. We both served 22 years in the Air Force. And then I worked six years corporate, and I saved all my money in that 6 years to get us out of debt so that we could retire. Our retirement is just enough for us. Like, we do not make Kardashian money.
All right, so one thing, they got to retire, though. Our generation not going to get to retire. That's one thing, too. Yeah, it's a lot of people that's in their 30s and 40s getting help from their parents. I ain't gonna lie. That's what's going on right now, too. So it's like, we're taking steps back for real. We taking steps back. this too. It's a lot of people that grew up in the suburbs, and when they got out on their own, they living in the hood. Like they downgraded in life. Nobody is moving forward no more. They're moving backwards, to be real.
Our retirement basically lets my husband and I live. And now it's like, here she did try everything she could to get into this house. And then she gets a notification from the mortgage lender that says, hey, by the way, for year 2024, the housing insurance has gone up. The property insurance has gone up. Your PMI has gone up. So come next month, we're going to ask you to pay $2,300 a month instead of $1,800, an extra $500 a month. I've lived in my house since 20.
That's crazy. They just finding a way to make people pay more. You see what I'm saying? They raising rents and mortgages. In a sense, because people that own homes have to pay all of these additional costs, as well as there's going to be something that's going to come where you're going to have to make your home compliant with the new standards that are going to be outlined, to where people is going to have to pay like up to $70,000 to make their houses smart houses within the next few years. But we'll talk about that later.
14. And yes, I understand property taxes go up, they reassess. The most I've ever paid more is like maybe $20, $40 more on my mortgage. Not, bam, $500. They were already struggling to pay the $1,800. Her company, after she gets this notification, tells her that they have to lay her off because they just can't afford to keep all these employees on. Right before Christmas. Like, right before Christmas, they lay her off. So we as a family get together, we help out. I started working more in my shirt shack. You know, I have an Etsy shop and I work in my shirt shack. And I helped her pay her mortgage that month that she got laid off. And her husband were both now looking for a job. So then her husband finds the job this time. And he's working 6 days a week. Full time. Still are having a hard time now that they're saying that it's $2,300 a month instead of the $1,800 that they got in for it. And they can't afford daycare for both of them to go to work. They've tried to do the all work night shift, all work day shift. Y'all, it's not that she's not trying. Not at all. And I'm so frustrated for her because this is her first house. She busted her ass to get this house, and now it's a possibility it's going to be taken away. It'll be foreclosed on because they honestly just can't afford it. And she's like, all right, Mom, I got this. I'll file my taxes. And I'll get some money back, and I'll put that aside, maybe get ahead a little bit. First year ever. How the hell she got 2 babies, just had one this year. And not only do they not get anything back this year, they've always got something back.
She owes.
They did not get anything back this year, but she owes $3,000.
I knew it. I knew she was going to say she ended up owing money. It's bad. It's like when something going bad, it's always going to be something that make it worse. You think, okay, I ain't going to stress out. I got this coming. Nope. You're not getting no taxes back. You actually owe us taxes. It's bad.
And then I turn on the news every day, and I see that our government is just printing money, just printing it out to help other people that just crossed over the border illegally. Now, don't get it twisted. I am all for legal migration here. If you're going to migrate to the United States and you're going to get a job and pay taxes just like everybody else, I have no problem with that. But how the hell is our government printing money? Because that's what I feel like they're doing. Just printing money or stealing it from us through taxes and everything else, raising everything in the world, and paying everything for people to just cross over the border, and they get more than what people that have lived here all their life has. Like, for the...
Yeah, exactly. The migrant crisis she's talking about. They're giving them $10,000 to $20,000 per month. They're giving them free health care. They pretty much giving them the world, pretty much, to come over here. We're going to give you a house. We'll give you health care. We'll give you a good job. We'll just even give you money every single month for you to be over here. They're not going to give Americans nothing, though. This is our government. We being sold out for real. I'm not going to lie. They selling the country out. That's the reality. This is America. Welcome to America.
First time in my life, I was always a law-abiding citizen. Like I said, I served this country. I was proud of this country. And now I'm embarrassed because this country just doesn't give a shit about the people that are struggling. And I told her, I said, you know what? You'd probably be better off just getting rid of all your identity, like getting rid of all your documents, driving to Mexico, and then crossing the border. And you'd probably get more benefits and have more money to help take care of your family. That is freaking sad. And when are we going to do so? Why are we even fucking paying taxes?
Let's say she did move to Mexico. You can't really get a job, so you got to be self-employed. I lived in Mexico for about a year. So, I mean, it sounds good, but there's a lot of people going over there, too, and they can't afford to stay over there. Then they end up coming back. whatever the case may be. If you don't have some type of online job or some type of business, then that's still not the answer for everybody. You know, for some people it is, for some people it's not. But it is a little cheaper over there, but grocery prices sometimes be higher. Pay like $6, $7 for cherries back like a year or two ago. Before they was $6 and $7 in America, if you see what I'm saying. So food is damn near almost the same price. Housing is cheaper. But in the summertime, utilities are higher. You might pay $300-$400 for, you know, the electric bill because it gets so hot out there. So it's a gift and a curse, basically. But it's an option for some people. Some people it's not. It's circumstantial. Is that a word? It goes off of everybody's circumstances.
Like, we already pay like a lot of taxes from our paychecks, and then we're taxed from whatever we got left over to buy anything. We are taxed out the wazoo. Property tax, everything is taxed, but we don't get to determine where this tax money is going. So we're hemorrhaging taxes while you're giving those taxes to people who never worked for them. And I'm supposed to tell my daughter to just buck it up, keep trying hard. And then I had to help my son, who's a college student, full-time job, help him buy groceries this month because he couldn't afford it either. And it's not for lack of trying. Y'all, we the people outnumber the haves. For the first time, I'd actually say, fuck it, don't pay your taxes. And I am normally a very law-abiding citizen, but I'm like, no, just don't. Because you and your babies come first, putting clothes on their back comes first, then giving it to a government that's just going to give it away to somebody who didn't work for it. Damn.
That's the state of the economy. A lot of people is giving up. Their morals are changing. What they stood on before, they don't stand on it no more. They just tired. Everybody's sick and tired. They like, whatever, forget it. Don't pay your taxes. Don't pay your car insurance. You know, none of that. Just make sure you're good and got enough to survive. That's all I can say.
Sorry, if you only want to work 4 hours, it's going to be harder for you to get a house.
Oh, Jesus Christ. First and foremost, Whoopi Goldberg, shut the fuck up. Stop speaking. You have been rich for the last 40 years. You don't get to hop on TV and speak on anybody's lifestyle at all. Shut up. I am so sick of boomers and older people and everybody in that category calling Gen Z and millennials lazy, like we're just some generation of people that don't want to work. We just want everything handed to us. We're just super entitled. Cut the bullshit. Stop the cap. That $500, $600, $700 apartment that you had when you were in your 20s, that apartment that you could afford and still save money to buy a house one day, that house that was $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 when you were little, triple that shit. Quadruple that shit. That's what we're paying nowadays. With wages that don't match the increase in pricing. Let's talk about that. The wages, they don't match the increase in pricing at all. So I don't want to hear y'all say we're lazy and we're entitled. Motherfucker, we are working. Most of the people I know are working 40 plus hours a week, 50 plus hours. Some are working 60 plus hours a week. And then when they get their paycheck for their hard work, they pay their bills and then they hope for the best until their next paycheck. So don't look at us like we're fucking lazy and crazy because we're pissed off about the state of the economy, the housing market, groceries, everything like that. A friend of mine just told me she went to Chili's, fucking Chili's last night. 2 drinks, 2 meals, and dessert, $100+ for a fucking dinner at a restaurant. I used to go to...
He not lying. And there's nobody in the restaurants no more either. Just can't afford it. Just can't.
Applebee's when I was little, it was like $30, $40 for my whole family. Now 2 people got to go spend over $100? Like, you see how that don't make no fucking sense? But let us speak about it. Let us complain about it. Let us voice it. And now we're lazy and entitled. Another point. I hate when older people are like, oh, we had to struggle for what we had. We went through war and turmoil for what we had. Y'all do too. What the fuck kind of mindset is that? What the fuck kind of mindset is that? That's like having kids and being like, oh, I struggled and went hungry when I was young, so you will too. You see how that doesn't make any fucking sense? This is not millennials and Gen Z and young people complaining or being entitled or just wanting things handed to us. This is us saying, hey, we are working our asses off every day of the fucking week. And when we get a return on our efforts, it's minimal. It's bullshit. It's crumbs. And we have the fucking right to voice it. And it's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting. I sound like a broken record because I've spoken on this so many times. And nothing changes. We are hardworking, law-abiding citizens, and owning a home is like a pipe dream for us nowadays. Why do we go look at 2-bedroom apartments and the lowest price we see is $2,000, $2,100? Sometimes, most of the time, drastically more than that. I don't want to hear it from y'all anymore. I don't want to hear the we're lazy and entitled bullshit anymore. The guy whose video I'm stitching, he did a beautiful job of portraying and showing how it's fucking increased. That 10, 15% of your income that went towards your housing alone, and then you had that 80, 85% of your income still in your pocket for other shit. $40 to 60% of our income goes to housing alone. Do you think that the increase in people promoting mental health and going to therapy and shit like that is just for shits and giggles? People are fucking depressed. People are fucking struggling. Let me ask.
Facts. Facts. I'm just letting him talk because he's speaking the real. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't saying nothing wrong in my opinion. So people just need to change their perspective. Y'all live, and I'm saying it's like the boomers and all of them older people, they lived through the greatest times in history for real. But they complained about it. We struggled. It was hard for us. You guys have the internet. That's true. We do got the internet. But at the end of the day, it's so many people that's trying to do everything that everybody else doing on the internet. And I'm not a person to say it's saturated, but it do get saturated too, though. Everything burn out quick. So you got to get on it fast. You see what I'm saying? So the people that really benefit from it is the people that have been in it, made a lot of money off of it, and got money to waste. The average employee don't got no money to waste on trying to start up a side hustle, or they don't got no time to even figure it out for real. I'm gonna keep it real because they stuck at the 9 to 5. This is just what we living through. It's way harder for our generations than y'all generation was. So everybody need to shut up, for real.
Ask you all this. How many of y'all didn't buy the Christmas gifts you wanted to this year? If any. How many of y'all have a light Christmas tree this year, but last year or a few years back you never did? It's not a fucking coincidence. A lot of people are struggling, and even worse, a lot of people are faking it. Speak out. Speak up. It's going to stay the same unless y'all open your fucking mouth and speak out against it.
Yeah, a lot of people faking it. He ain't lying. Like I said, even the celebrities for real, they struggling. If you notice, all the rappers used to have them big ass chains. Now they got the little ones. What did you do? You had to get rid of that big ass chain. Yeah, you had to downgrade that lifestyle. I'm already knowing. But forget the celebrities. I'm just saying in general. You see the difference. You see even during what we went through the last 4 years, that P word, the C word, if we gonna talk about it, that ends in 19. A lot of people started to try to, like actors, rappers, all of them, they tried to make online businesses. They tried to sell cosmetics and start clothing brands. All different types of hustles they had to try to do to sustain themselves. It's actually worse right now. America is broke, period.
As long as we say, oh, that's life, it's going to keep on being life. I can go on for fucking 25 minutes about this shit, but in summary, Whoopi Goldberg, shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Along with every other boomer that thinks we're just out here with our hands out waiting for a fucking mansion. We're not. We just want to put food on the table and have a home over our head and then still have money in our pockets. I don't know. Maybe go to the fucking movies. I don't know. Maybe spend our money on shit we want to spend it on for once. Is that so surprising to y'all? Y'all are fucking pissing me off.
Yo, he real life mad, but no, he not wrong though. Like I said, everything he said I agree with, so I ain't got to say too much. A lot of these videos been kind of long, so we gonna get into one more video, and then I'm gonna have to make a part 2 for this because these videos are too long, and I don't want to make this an hour stream, man.
Every time I think about or trying to move out my parents' house, the cost of living just get higher and higher. Like, insurance goes up, gas goes up, not to mention the fact that you got to make 3 times the rent of wherever you live at, which is kind of insane because the average person my age ain't even making what I'm making. Not to mention the fact that I check my pay stubs all the time. I'm not making as nearly as what I would make if they ain't take all them fucking taxes out of my checks every 2 weeks. Like, and I just been sitting here thinking, like, cause with me personally, when I moved out, I always wanted to move out by myself or with a significant other. Always wanted to move out by myself. Here thinking, like, cause with me personally, when I moved out, I always wanted to move out by myself or with a significant other. And now I'm starting to realize when people move out, they get roommates. Or they move in college apartments with other people that they don't even fucking know of because the cost of living is too fucking high. How can I get a house these days? How can I get a house, bro? The average house is like 300.
The average house like 300,000. He was about to say, but to be honest, now it's like 400,000. But I was just gonna say he gotta laugh to keep from crying. I'm just seeing that consistently throughout these videos. People just laughing to keep from crying. People are laughing to keep from crying. For real. But everybody's stressed out, stressed and depressed. You can feel the energy throughout the whole country, for real. It's not the same as it was 4 years ago. At all.
Bands, you know what I'm saying? And like the average like monthly cost of it is like $2,500 a month. Like that's crazy. Like, and me personally, I never agreed with having to have more than one source of income. In my opinion, you having more than one source of income should be a choice. It shouldn't be, I shouldn't need two sources of income to fucking survive. I'm 23, bruh. God damn. I am fucking 23. And I'm already like having a midlife crisis for real.
See? He talking about 23 having a midlife crisis. Yeah, you really can't enjoy your youth no more, man. Everybody young is just stressed out for real. I feel bad for bro 23. I remember when I was 23. I mean, prices wasn't as high as they are, so now I just see how, like, you know, the younger generation really going through it even more.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to move out my parents' crib, but I ain't trying to live check to fucking check. Like, I'm sitting here making more money than I ever made ever in my life in a year span. And it's still not enough for me to fucking move out and be able to fucking sustain a living. Like, we're doomed, bro. And they wait until we get grown to do shit like this. Like, yeah, it's over with, bro. It's over with.
He talking about it's over with. It's over with. Pretty much. I'm gonna keep it real. It's finna get worse. I'm not gonna even say it's gonna get worse before it get better. It's just gonna get worse. That's all it's gonna be. But I don't want to make this video too long, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about what's going on in the economy. The cost of living and inflation is impacting everybody on a mass level like never before. You know, a lot of people are stressed and depressed and just zombies out here, man. Just feeling hopeless. Don't know what to do. You know, and just looking for a way out. And it's looking like it won't be one. The American dream is dead. It's officially dead. That's what it is. But if you made it to the end of this video, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about this, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And I'm going to post a part 2 to this as well. I'm out.